Let's see how it plays out.
So, for those people who are just tuning in, previously iBDW kind of play is very characterized by like really, really giving Marth a lot of respect, particularly respect around SDI off of up air. So we're probably going to see that same kind of characteristics in this set too, that just like iBDW really going to be playing around kind of the range and opting for safer punishes that don't set up reversals rather than for kind of less safe punishes where you can get more damage, because he's knows that he can kind of win neutral more, etc.
What's Curve saying now in the chat? I apologize to iBDW for the wait. He's like, it's all good, Luigi lost. The Luigi coalition grows larger. Anti-Luigi coalition grows larger by the day. All right, I hit you with the code.
I think it honestly does come back down to like what I was saying about Falco Luigi, where like, and I'm joining now, is that like it kind of ends up feeling like a bit one-dimensional for the Fox player. So you end up just feeling like, okay, full hop air, this is fun, like dash dancing, up tilting, maybe using some down tilts and stuff to sort of set up airs. It's just like, it's a very like, you literally like, we're talking before about Fox has like 100 options and low tiers, take away options. In the case of Fox versus Luigi, it's actually like, what's the word? Like Fox has 100 options, but the 50 other options he has are actually just not worth even using versus Luigi, because they're actually like not bad, but like they're overcomplicating things. Instead, rely on the other 30 options that you have that are really, really good almost all the time. And so that's not really fun for an player like iBDW. So I don't know if he necessarily agrees with what I'm saying, but that's certainly how I feel whenever I play a Spacey versus any of the Mario Brothers. It's just like, okay, I guess I do a lot of the same 4 or 5 moves and win.
I don't know why they're needing to use Smash GG. I think we know we're going to see Fox versus... Oh, I guess they need their strike. They could strike in game. Let me let them know. Y'all could strike in game if you want. That's not how you spell strike, but whatever. We're just going to run it. Yeah. Also, while
can see but me.
I want to thank everyone for joining us. I think they're going to do a quick hand warmer while we wait around for this to go on. I believe the commands. Let me see. If you're interested in competing next week, there's the sign up for 3 is already open. Actually, Cody accidentally signed up for last week instead of this one. It looks like we're probably going to do a hand warmer here real quick. Yeah. But if you're interested, we're going to be doing Monday nights from now on. Same time, same place. But yeah, that's if you're interested in competing next week, want to sign up before you forget. I always advise for people to sign up ahead of time because it's so much easier to take you out of bracket last minute than put you into bracket. And worst case scenario, you just like forget to show up and get DQ'd. That is so much better than like really wanting to compete and then just be like, oh, you didn't sign up in time, get fucked. But yeah, and I still, beyond that, want to thank all of y'all for joining us this week. Also, Vish, I just saw you hop in for the bracket. Congrats on the sick run. That was a hell of a run through losers, and your set on stream was incredibly hype.
Yeah, no, definitely also want to extend my congrats to Vish. That's super cool that he got that far.
Alright,
looks like we're going to start in Battlefield, so Marth Fox. For all the shit talk that I give on this matchup and Fox's give, I still think this is like definitely one of the best matchups in the game. Like in terms of a viewer experience, like it is super, super cool. Oh, yeah. And the playstyle is so different, so.
I think it epitomizes, oh, we're gonna get the only stock. Epitomizes one of the things that makes Melee great that people often kind of touch on over and over again is that no lead is insurmountable, and I think you see that so much in this matchup where leads can change hands so quickly, momentum can fly one way or another, and just because both these characters, even though it seems, we often see Marth messing up Fox more often than we see Fox messing up Marth, but both these characters can really destroy each other and make such an enjoyable viewer experience, despite what Fox players may say about the play experience.
And I think like even that statement, it's like you absolutely can see Fox like just do that fuck up with Marth. I think the thing that like Fox players feel is more just that like some options aren't inherently safe because of SDI on drill and up air. But like look at that, like that was just crazy. Like he kind of steamrolled him. So probably gonna go to FD Battlefield again. That interesting choice. Maybe he just felt that that was kind of like not a real game. You know, it didn't go super well, and give himself another chance.
Oh
But
my god. Oh, this is such a wild change of pace after we were like swimming through molasses, making the progress through that last game, and now Cody's just like zero gravity, being like, let's Save needs to fix his sleep schedule. Let him go to bed at 3 a.m. tonight instead of 5 a.m. Oh, but Deft's like, nah, let's keep it going. Let's have a little bit of movement and combos here.
one of the things to keep an eye out for is just Cody's DI on some of the up throws to like get the slide offs on pretty much like any position in the platform have just been insane. Like really consistent defensive play, and it is what kind of had him win the original set. And I think we're going to continue to see that. It's just like really hard to follow up on that. But still Marth.
Ooh,
Again, that feeling where I was talking about before, where, you know, using that kind of more dynamic Marth killer where you can kind of react to their position and then jump out of it if you need to.
iBDW's been doing an incredible job of just like waiting to that last moment to react and then choosing that good option near the ledge. Just very mapped out, knowing exactly what he wants to do against Marth. Definitely a player who's thought a lot about what he wants to do. Not quite able to make it back on that one. Good edge guard from the left side in that scenario. Yeah, but it is really interesting. We saw pretty much in that first set, iBDW aggressively control the game near the ledge. I'm curious if Deft has enough time here to adapt and figure out what he wants to do near the ledge here against Cody. But if it's going to be a shine like that, he's not going to have much more time to shine himself.
Shine puns. Yeah, I think, like, again, I cannot stress enough how decisive, like not decisive, but like the options that Cody's choosing are like very intentional, and they're very focused around like not giving Marth the options that he's used to kind of like playing around. So like there was an earlier sequence where he got him onto a platform and he chained like 2 nairs together, which like in most situations when a fox up throws Marth at say like 40, you're probably expecting like a bunch of up air chains, you know, to build percent. But you know, Cody probably used to like playing against players like Zane, knowing that like, hey, that's not going to work and it might even get you killed, opts to kind of like lab out other responses like that nair sequence, and it's just like super high level. So, you know, there's a lot of like small things that kind of are going on that, wow, back to Battlefield again. I guess, yeah, not an FT Marth, and that is, again, I would say costing him. But yeah, just super high level stuff from Cody right now.
I definitely agree that, like, it's that Deft is an incredibly talented Marth, and he's used to playing against, he's used to playing against foxes, and he's, real nice start. It kind of proved my point. He's used to that first round of fox stuff that he's been practicing and playing against for years. But Cody's got like another belt. He's got a third or fourth layer of things to pull on that other foxes just don't have that prepared. But still, even if it really just matters of getting that one opening, because even though Cody's DI and survivability and slide offs, all that's going to be better, Deft can still lean on this combo game against Fox, because he's still, no matter what defensive options he's using, once those combos get started, iBDW is just still a Fox. And Deft has a lot of practice comboing Foxes.
I do agree, but on the other hand, I also think that a lot of his practice is comboing against a certain kind of fox. And again, like, even as I was saying those things, like earlier he got up front on the platform and he did this DI that was basically like ambiguous as to whether he would land on the platform or not, and so it made it really hard to follow up. And then the only time he actually like had a crazy combo was after, again, he went for that up air kind of in a quote-unquote unsafe position. So I think that, like, obviously you can combo fox really aggressively, but you're gonna kind of have to do it in a way that you're not used to. And you know, for Deft, it's just not a game that he's used to playing at all, and that is why we saw the result that we did. That was a commanding lead. Just incredible play by iBDW. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, like, imagine playing a 45-minute set against a Luigi to be dispatched from Grands in about 5 minutes. that's definitely rough to feel from Deft, but still an incredible run. And iBDW probably only dropping a handful of games, not dropping a singular set to become the Untitled West Coast 2 champion, as seeding would predict. That was a fun night of Melee. I want to thank y'all for joining us. Before I give the big wrap on the event, Radar, if you want to say anything about the tournament or like give any shout outs while you're here.
Yeah, just, as usual, plug in my YouTube channel, Micro Melee, but also, shout outs to both those players. It was a really interesting set, and definitely I feel like I learned a lot from Cody there in terms of some of the ways he made, like, Marth's, road a lot more difficult. And then in terms of stuff, I know I said this last week, but, like, keep an eye on my channel, because I'm like, very, very close to releasing a new video and, like, a new series, and I, like, spent all day basically, like, writing music for it today. And like on Friday, I was like emailing sponsors and shit. So like, it's coming together. Keep your eyes peeled. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for having me as usual, and we will be back tomorrow. So if there's anyone who is still watching from the East Coast and hasn't registered for Untitled, I want to say 11.
Yep, Untitled 11.
Absolutely go do that. And if you're on the West Coast, obviously, and you haven't registered for Untitled 3. Please go do that, because this tournament is always sick, and I have a feeling that next week in particular is going to be quite good.
Oh, hell yeah. But again, thank you for joining us, Ryder. I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace out.
See you later, man.
Hey, I hung up at the right time. We're gravy. All right, but yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you guys for thanking me for hosting the tournament. I can't really do anything without players showing up. As Radar was alluding to, we've got a whole slew of events coming up this week. We had this tonight. And again, this is going to be every night, every Monday night, 7 p.m. Pacific. I'd love to see y'all back again. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the company. Thank you for waiting for that. Tomorrow night, we'll have Untitled over on the East Coast, Bound to be Sick. Wednesday night, we're going to be doing our first European Untitled, which is going to be cool. Probably a good viewing time for you guys on the West Coast. And then the 2 East Coast events that you have, East Coast Fridays down the road. Yeah. But again, I thank y'all. Oh, what? Is my green screen too low? Whatever. I'll go over to the other one. I want to thank y'all for joining us. It's been another great night. It is almost 3 a.m. here. I want to thank Cody for finishing that one off quick so I can go to bed. Or maybe just go eat some mac and cheese. But yeah, that's going to be it. I will see y'all next week on Monday night. Would love to be back here again. Yeah. But I've been saved Untitled. I will probably send this stream over to someone with a raid real quick. But that's going to be it from me. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks again so much. Appreciate you keeping Melee exciting in these trying times. I couldn't run anything without you viewers and you gamers competing in the bracket. Love. Hey, I'm only going to be awake for like 2 more. Well, I got to make myself like dinner. And then I got to play like some Legends of Runeterra. And then I got to like set up stuff for tomorrow's Untitled, and then also for the European titled, and then I don't know, maybe watch some Bon Appetit videos, and then these are all very important things I need to do before I go to bed, guys. I do stay eating mac and cheese because I'm at fucking home now, and I don't know how my parents live. Like, there's no food here. I've been eating fucking waffles because I don't have a car to go get food. They're not here. Shit sucks. I'm starving. I don't eat fucking hot dogs. I eat all the soup in the house. There's no more soup. I need H-Box now. Okay, before I have a soup-related aneurysm, I'm going to end it for the night. I'll see you guys next week. I've been saved Untitled. If you're not over on the West Coast server already, join that. If you're on the East Coast, you're still watching, go to bed or join that server. If you're in the EU and still watching, go to work. If you're me and still doing this, whatever. I've saved Untitled. Appreciate y'all. I always spend too long in my outros. I'll see y'all next time. Peace! Why can't I click on the fucking text? Cody. Then we bump the music. See you guys.